Well, my name is Vince the Voice, also known as number 26. You know that's right. Out of 25, 26. You get it? You get it?
And I'm Rebecca Parr, your co-MC.
My beautiful co-MC. Would you give her a big round of applause? Rebecca, good to be back with you. We're going to be your MCs tonight and also official timekeepers for those of you that are really excited about receiving your award. We want to welcome you, thank you, everyone who came out tonight to celebrate these wonderful honorees and the accomplishments that this tonight impressive group of individuals, what they've done with their lives.
Yes, and on behalf of the Georgia Asian Times, we want to humbly thank everyone who came out tonight and the honorees for accomplishing so many milestones.
Yes.
The honorees tonight have made great contributions to the Asian American Pacific Islanders community here in Georgia.
No doubt about it, the Asian American Pacific Islanders, better known as AAPI population, has exploded in this past decade. That's right, exploded. More people are recognizing the importance and the influence of this community. Now, this year offers a list of individuals who've made an impact in art. They made an impact in business, government, politics, social work, the judiciary, and other areas that influence every aspect of a Georgian's life.
Yes, and there are currently over 600,000 AAPI and NHPI living in Metro Atlanta.
600,000?
Yes.
Give that a round of applause. 600,000.
Yes.
That is amazing. Okay, I'm sorry.
According to the latest census data, the AAPI population has grown over 61% from 2010 to 2020. This explosive growth has made historical shift in electoral power and political representations, economic impact, and changing the narratives of what it means to be AAPI in Georgia and the South.
That's right, that's right. This year's list is made possible by the Georgia Asian Times editorial staff and a very secret selection grand jury, don't know what's going on behind the scenes committee that are composed of community, civic, and media representatives. A total of over 230 online nominations were received for this year. 230. Yeah, that's a lot. Maybe this is the top 230 most influential in Georgia.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to get us started, please stand and welcome Miss Maria Edina Houston-Dix to sing the national anthem.
Early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the bombs bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Wow, give it up for Maria and Dina Houston-Dix. Oh my goodness, thank you. Outstanding. I thought Whitney Houston was here. She got some soul in her. You hear that? I knew from the first note. Oh, here it comes. Give her another big round of applause, please, would you? That was awesome. Was awesome. Speaking of awesome, at this time, I want to introduce to you the CEO and publisher of the Georgia Asian Times. I want to take a point of privilege. Tim and I think we were talking. Tim is my partner in Shine right there. I think we met this gentleman in 2011 at an event, and my life hasn't been the same ever since. You know, most of you don't know that Mr. Lee Wong, he founded the Georgia Asian Times way back in 2004. It's his passion and hard work that propelled this little startup into the respected media organization that we know of today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stage, Lee Wong, the Godfather. Come on down.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we gather here to celebrate the accomplishment of the 25 honorees who have made a huge impact in their respective profession community. So tonight, let us toast and celebrate their accomplishments. But before I go on, I would like to take a moment to recognize several distinguished guests in the room. Joining us tonight is the Honorable Lucy Macbeth, Congresswoman representing the Congressional 7th District. His Excellency Ambassador Sisavan Inpachan, Ambassador of Lao People's Democratic Republic to the United States. Joining us tonight too is Honorable Maeda-san, Consul General of Japan. He's running late because of traffic. And we also have Honorable Judge Carla Wong McMillan, our very own Georgia Supreme Court's judge. And among all the guests here is representing Michelle Au, Chair of the First Georgia AAPI Legislative Caucus. And she represents House District 50. We're supposed to be joining us with Honorable Mayor Craig Newton. Again, traffic from Norcross to here. Yeah. Tell him that next time we see him. Honorable Mayor Lynn Deutsch, Mayor of Dunwoody. Moral Councilwoman Van Tran. Gwinnett Commissioner Kirkland Carden. And the next two guests of mine, they are going to be delivering a special remark later. Ms. Janice Ware, publisher of the Atlanta Voice. Okay. Renee Alegria, publisher of Mundo. And a special acknowledgement to my long-lost sister from another father, Ms. Supa Seprasit May. She is the first AAPI and former candidate for the governor of Georgia, Arkansas. So Georgia created history last year when 11 AAPI legislators are elected to the Georgia State Assembly. This is the milestone, as this is the largest body of elected AAPI officials in the mainland of US. Several of them are in the House tonight. Representative Nabila Islam. There you go. Representative Farouk Mughal. Representative Long Tran. Representative Sarah Draper. Representative Rua Roman. Is she here? And again, of course, Representative Michelle Au. My sincere apologies if I forget to recognize anyone important in the room. I'm sure I'll hear a lot of complaints after this, especially from AAPI folks. So also, I'm very grateful to the sponsors for tonight's event. Special thanks to the MBM Logistic International Group, Farmers Basket, Latep Group, Mercer University Atlanta, Gwinnett County Economic Development Department, and also part of Gwinnett County. Ming's Food, and for all their support and generosity to support this event. It is not easy, ladies and gentlemen, to host something of this scale because corporate America is tightening up their purse. So whether you like it or not, it affected all little fish like us who swim among the sharks in big oceans. So we got to do what we have to do to survive, so to speak. What don't kill us, make us stronger. Simple as that. So from our last get-together last year in July till now, I'm pleased to report that we have been making great strides in covering and engaging the AAPI community in Metro Atlanta and Georgia. The past May, we launched the AAPI Summit. The reason we have to do this is because there are a lot of issues in the AAPI community that was not addressed in the mainstream media and mainstream discussion. So we took upon ourselves to address a lot of the important issues that are affecting the AAPI community, among which we engage in a half-day session is entrepreneurship and business, especially for small AAPI business, women empowerment, youth engagement, and mental health awareness in AAPI. These are issues that are very important that are missing in the mainstream discussion. So I encourage you to look into it and support us for next year when we do another summit to engage the community. Next year, we will be celebrating our 20th year anniversary. So there will be a very interesting program where we will be putting up, and I need everybody's support to make it happen. I'm not going to go into details and bore you, but it is what it is. Still remember the day when we first started, no one knew who the Filipino community, no one knew the Laotian community. But today, we have the Laotian ambassador flew in from DC. So again, moving forward, we aim to continue the underrepresented AAPI communities and voice to share their journey as American. So it's very important for all of us to be viewed and looked upon as American, which is something for mainstream folks, they take it for granted. But for us, we treasure that even more because we know how hard that journey from Asia to come here, that journey itself, the flight itself will take you more than 20 hours. So if you can survive that, you can survive anything. Okay? Yeah, especially the journey from Norcross to here. So congratulations to all the honorees. Continue to inspire, keep up the good work. Your greatness will be determined by how you give back to the society and how you help the underserved. By the end of the day, your greatness will not be decided by your title, your power, your wealth, nor prestige. And take it from me, this is words of wisdom from Confucius. Don't believe me? Go look it up. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Vamos.
Lee Wong, everyone. Lee Wong. Thank you, Lee. Thank you so very much. So true, Lee. Becca, I just feel very honored to once again be back. We got old friends here and new, and as Lee just said, from the Laotian community, the Indian community, the Caribbean. I know they're not here with us tonight. The Caribbean community, just all over the world, and interact with people is such a beautiful feeling. And to see the kind of work that is being done as she comes forward right now, because what Lee has initiated now is what is called the Ethnic Media Collaborative. And what that is, ladies and gentlemen, we're going across the cultural print media, the digital media. We're going to work together to spread the word about all of our communities to each other, get to know each other. So I'm very excited to welcome to the stage. She is the publisher of the Atlanta Voice, and he is the publisher of Mundo. So already you know. Please welcome Janice Ware and Renee Alegria. Thank you.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name again is Janice Ware, and I am the publisher of the Atlanta Voice newspaper. I'm the second generation publisher, and I took over from my father, who passed like 32 years ago. We've been working hard to make certain we're making the transformation into the digital space, which is very difficult, but it has been a game changer for us. It has allowed us to recognize that we can reach more people digitally than we could ever reach in the printed product. This last 7 years has been a game changer, as I said, and one of the biggest opportunities that was presented was the opportunity to create a collaborative with Lee and Renee, who both publish newspapers in this city. And the fact is, this collaboration has an opportunity to expand further and wider than I think we ever expected. I'm excited about that collaboration, and I want to let you know that I'm really bordered. Bookend is really what I should say, by two wonderful gentlemen, and I'm excited about that opportunity, and I will look forward to being able to do more in the future.
Thank you, Janice. My comments are going to be brief. I got to say that it's such an honor to be even mentioned on a list with Lee Wong and Janice Ware, and actually to be here. I think here we are in a Georgia that's in transformation, right? We're looking at everything right now and seeing what the future is going to be, and how exciting is that for everything that we do, right? Who we are, what we are, and what we stand for. I'm not a native Georgian. I moved here not 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, from New York to take a position to lead Mundo Hispanico, which is now Mundo Now, one of the longest standing Spanish language media platforms for Hispanics in the state. And we took it from a local Georgia media hub to one of the largest national Spanish language media hubs in the country. And thank you. We have done so with Georgia Brains, Georgia Minds, Georgia Experiences, Latinos who have come to Georgia and have really taught themselves what it is to be Latino in the United States. And that's a big deal. I come from a community very much like I think the Asian community, in that we're diverse. We're not just, you can't just say we're from one country, we're from many countries, right? The Asian community, similarly. The beauty of the different countries represented in this room, and the intelligence and ingenuity and the immigrant spirit here is what makes this country what it is, right? This ethnic collaborative that we started is something that I'm supremely proud of, because, we make a difference in just the dialogue that we have with one another, right? I think that so oftentimes we come from one ethnic enclave and stick to that ethnic enclave, whatever it may be. We need to reach across and say, hey, we're Latinos, we're so much like you guys. We can complement each other. We're allies in this experience. And that's what this ethnic media collaboration is all about. I am so honored to be here. I thank you so much, Lee Wong, for putting together. Where is he? Where is he? There he is, doing his thing, right? Doing his thing. For putting this together. Janice Ware for being who she is, a legend, right? She floats everywhere she goes. She's just gracious in every single way and intelligent in all she does. Intentional, and I appreciate that. And yeah, I got to say that here we are. I look at all of us, right? This immigrant experience. Here we are, born here, parents of immigrants, and what do? We make this country amazing. So let's do that in the future. Thank you so much, all, and have a really beautiful night.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Renee, thank you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to introduce one of our keynote speakers. She is a wife, an author, an advocate. She represented Georgia's 6th Congressional District from 2019 to 2023 and has represented the neighboring 7th District since 2023. Let's welcome Congresswoman Macbeth to deliver tonight's keynote.
Lucy Macbeth, everyone, Congresswoman. My Congresswoman.
Good evening. So honored to be with you this evening. I did ask to have the microphone placed before me this way because I'm very expressive with my hands. But good evening, and thank you to Janice and to Renee. I want to thank you, Lee Wong, which I'm so honored to sit with you, the distinguished guest tonight from the Georgia Asian Times, for the invitation to deliver some very brief remarks to you tonight. I am Congresswoman Lucy Macbeth, and I am proud, so very, very proud, to serve as your representative for Georgia's 7th Congressional District. And it is truly an honor and a privilege to be with each and every one of you this evening, and especially with tonight's honoree. I'm excited to help honor the 25 most influential Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in Georgia, because there is so much tonight worth recognizing in each and every one of them. As I go about my days in Washington as a member of the House of Representatives, I spend a great deal of time truly bragging on the wonderful work that's taking place right here back at home. Now, it's pretty easy to get bogged down in the cynicism of partisanship, of bitter political disputes and stalemates that we suffer by in Washington, but I am so constantly reinvigorated when I think about all of the achievements and the visions for the future from those who live right here in Georgia, and especially within Georgia's 7th Congressional District. I think that I have invited just about every member of the President's Cabinet to come to this district, Gwinnett, and to see for themselves why I am so optimistic about the trajectory of this nation, this state, but most importantly, our community. Georgia's 7th Congressional District is one of the fastest growing and most diverse congressional districts in this entire country. And the Asian American and Pacific Islander community plays a powerful role in shaping that identity. That is why, at the start of this year, I became a member of the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus. So that I could fight for this community right here in Georgia and across our country. I first came to Congress to fulfill a promise that I made to my son Jordan when his life was suddenly and tragically taken by gun violence. He was killed by a man with hate in his heart who didn't like the loud music that he and his friends were playing. And it's now been over a decade, but there's not one day that does not go by that I don't miss my son. And I know that for many in this room, the tragedy of March 16th, 2021 is still a raw and deeply painful wound. And I understand that wound. In the wake of the Atlanta spa shootings, I saw the Asian American community in Metro Atlanta rally together and stand united in the face of hatred and bigotry. I saw our elected leaders and advocates, several of whom we will honor this evening, rededicate themselves to our responsibility to act, our responsibility to challenge the dangerous laws which contribute to the epidemic of gun violence that devastates our communities across America every single day. I am proud to report that last year, thanks to the work of our elected leaders and advocates all across the country, we passed the first substantial gun violence prevention package in almost 30 years. That is our power as Americans. That is our power in this community, to use our voice, use our knowledge, our experiences to insist that this nation move forward in progress, not just for some, but for every citizen. So tonight, we celebrate and uplift 25 remarkable individuals who have used their voices. They have used their knowledge and their experiences to shape our world, our community, to stand up for their friends, and to speak out for their neighbors. And their success and the sacrifice has earned them the designation as one of the most influential Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in Georgia. And I am truly privileged to know many of you in this room. And I'm honored to work in tandem with you as elected officials and advocates. Throughout this work, I remain struck by the variety of contributions tonight's honorees have made to this community, to the state of Georgia, and to our nation. Whether it be running a business, working with students, or inspiring civic participation in our political system, you each have made an indelible mark in your professional field. What I also appreciate is your willingness to give back to those who are following in your footsteps. As someone who is so passionate about our young people, I am grateful for the care that has been taken to ensure that you are setting up the next generation for the same kind of success that you have enjoyed throughout your careers. It is truly an honor to celebrate with all of you this evening, and it is my privilege to be your partner in service to the people of the state of Georgia. We are all made stronger by the community that surrounds us, who lifts us up in times of crisis and in times of need, and who makes our home the best place to live, work, and raise a family. Know how very proud I am of the wonderful contributions that each of you bring to this great nation. Congratulations to our 2023 most influential Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Congresswoman Lucy McBath. God bless. Thank you so much. Let's give her another round of applause. Our Congresswoman here with us tonight. It don't get no bigger than that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know Georgia Asian Times takes the time to honor groups who inspire others through their own acts of service, sacrifice, initiative, and generosity, particularly in the areas of leadership to the community and the country. The Asian American Spirit Award is an honor bestowed upon organizations who demonstrate extraordinary dedication to the principles that strengthen America's communities. Through their work in philanthropy, Asian American Spirit Award recipients exemplify the highest standards of integrity, discipline, and initiative while making unselfish contributions to their community.
Right. Georgia Asian Times honors Chinese Benevolence Association of Augusta with the 2023 Asian American Spirit Award. CCBA is the oldest Chinese organization in the state of Georgia and one of the Southeast's oldest Asian organizations.
And this is Gary Tom, Executive Director of CCBA. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Congratulations. The Chinese Consolidate Benevolent Association of Augusta. Gary Tom.
Thank you. On behalf of the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association of Augusta, also known as the CCBA, we'd like to thank Mr. Wong and the Georgia Asian Times for this honor and this award tonight. In the early 1900s in Augusta, a Chinese community of mainly grocery store owners began and formed an organization and incorporated in 1927. Over the ensuing decades, the community and the organization grew, and by 1950, there were over 70 Chinese-owned grocery stores in Augusta. And Augusta had the largest Chinese population in the state until 1965, when immigration reopened. Those early families and their descendants lived in the era of the Chinese Exclusion Acts and Jim Crow attitudes and laws of the South. The CCBA was instrumental for those early families and their descendants persevering, becoming immersed in the community, and adding to the rich diversity of the city. It was a resource and second home to its members, providing fellowship and helping to maintain cultural ties. Last year, the Georgia Historical Society, recognizing the historical significance of the CCBA, awarded a historical marker to the CCBA, making it the first Georgia historical marker with an Asian subject or theme. I grew up in the CCBA. I am proud to say that I am a descendant of one of those early families, as well as my wife, who is here tonight, as well as our Supreme Court, Georgia Supreme Court Justice Carla Wong McMillan. Okay. This award tonight, along with the recognition by the Georgia Historical Society, creates a lasting legacy that honors those first Chinese who began and built their lives in Augusta over 100 years ago, who overcame obstacles, who raised their families there, and who became a vibrant part of their community and state. So thank you again for this honor tonight. Thank you, Mr. Wong.
Thank you, Gary Tom. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so very much. Wow, what a night, huh, already. You guys having a good time? Very good, very good. I got to back up just for a second. It shouldn't be, but when I see an Asian American man or woman with a Southern accent, that still trips me out. You know what I'm saying? You like, you know, we down there in Augusta. What? See, that's right, it's James Brown. He gonna bring a, hey, in a minute. Two-time. That's a trip, ain't it? But I love it, and that shows you, you know, our diversity. We're all in this thing together. I don't care what nobody say. If you believe that, give me a round of applause, would you please? We all in this thing together. That's the only way we're gonna make it happen. So, I will share with you, and if you just kind of be quiet for 1 second, they did turn that air conditioning up a little bit. I talked to them, but here's the deal. No breathing out the mouth for about another 30 minutes. Let it cool off. Everybody, when you're eating, chew with your mouth closed and breathe out your nose so it can cool up in here, cool out. Are you ready to eat? You are? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you, it's filet mignon, crusted something on top of the salmon on a bed of rice with vegetables that are good. Enjoy your meal. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you so much. Once again, we want to remind everybody the images, take pictures and everything tonight. Use the hashtag GAT25. Of course, we want you to like and follow the Georgia Asian Times, Facebook, other social media. Subscribe to the weekly newsletter. Again, the hashtag for tonight's event is hashtag GAT25. Now, the way we're going to do our honorees, listen up. We're going to say your name. You're going to hear us say your name immediately. Stand up and head towards the stage. You're going to stop, take a photo with Mr. Lee Wong, and then come over here to the podium. At this podium, you will be allowed 1 minute and 59 seconds for your acceptance speech. I am invoking what is called the Bora-Lamb Law. Bora made the mistake of going at least 30 minutes one time here, and that will never happen again. If you go over the 2 minutes, I will then have an unclearable throat right behind you, like this. But no, seriously, we want to move our program along, so we thank you all so much. Please keep it under 2 minutes, respect our other honorees and audience time. Our first honoree, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Sudhir Agarwal. Sudhir serves as the current president of the Asian Pacific American Council of Georgia, or AAPI. He's active with various social and professional organizations in Atlanta. He's the chapter president of IIT Alumni Association of Atlanta and the Indian Professionals Network, an organization founded in '92 to bring professions of Indian origin together. He's executive council member of International Day of Yoga, works with lots of yoga organizations. He does yoga. He started a new initiative with his wife, Sprinkling Smiles, in 2020. And they now are able to donate more than, listen to this, 200,000 meals, including packaged foods, PPEs, and groceries to the needy in the United States and India. They have a monthly food drive, and they do blankets and homeless help people. Give it up again for Sudhir Agarwal.
It's very difficult when you're the first honoree and you have to make this speech, and that too after the Congresswomen. Okay, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the 25 honorees here. Georgia Asian Times does a great job, a commendable job to recognize the contribution made by the Asians in Georgia. I would like to thank Lee Wong. I would also like to thank my parents who imbibed in me the spirit of giving back to the community, because of which I'm here. So thanks to them, thanks to my brother, my sister who is here with her family, my beautiful wife, Swati, who is here, my kids who could not make it, my extended family, and my friends without whom I could not do whatever I'm doing it right now. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my mentor, late Dr. Narsi Narsimhan. We lost him in 2016, but his blessings are still with me. His teachings are still with me. He taught me how to connect people and give back to the community. Being influential is an honor. We say that with great power comes great responsibilities. Money without meaning is meaningless. So when we are influential, it is very important for us that we impact the life of others. We have started with an initiative, me and my wife, in 2020 during the COVID, when not only the cities, states, but the countries were also locked. People were hungry, people were struggling for food. We started with Sprinkling Smiles. Until now, we have donated more than 200,000 meals across US and India. What I say is, and we are continuing this. We celebrated Juneteenth on June 19th in Atlanta, contributing to 300 meals, and July 4th, the Independence Day, with more than 800 meals distributed in Atlanta. What I would like to say is, as an influential Asians, let's take an oath that we are going to influence the life of people in a good way, help the mankind to, or this place to be a better place to live in. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Give it up again. Soon here. Congratulations.
All right, up next is Michelle Au, Georgia House of Representative for District 50, the chair of Asian American Pacific Islanders Legislative Caucus. Representative Dr. Michelle Au currently works in Atlanta as an anesthesiologist. She is a second-generation Chinese American whose parents immigrated to the United States in the 1960s. She received her MD at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons and stay on for residency training in both pediatrics and anesthesiology. She also holds a master's degree in public health from Columbia University. Au has served in the Georgia State Senate as a Democratic member for District 48 from 2021 to 2022. Representative Au is the first Asian American elected to the body. She later won the Georgia House of Representatives District 50 seat in November of 2022 election. Her district includes John Creeks and a portion of Alpharetta.
Michelle.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, and thank you again so much for this honor. The Georgia Asian Times really does an incredible job every year of highlighting the growth and the power of our state's rapidly growing Asian population. And I think a lot of us in this room have had the distinction of being, the first Asian American in a lot of the positions that we've held. But the goal is never to just be the first, right? The goal is to always make sure we are not the last. So in that spirit, I'm going to use my time to honor some AAPI leaders who I'm confident should be and will be receiving this award in the future. First, I'd like to honor Dr. Sophia Chowdhury, who's a pediatric emergency medical physician who advocates on behalf of the health and well-being of children, particularly on the issue of gun safety legislation. Dr. Chowdhury's work on behalf of the Pediatric Health Safe Storage Act helped to ensure that this bill was the first piece of gun safety legislation to receive a hearing at the Georgia State Capitol in over 6 years. Thank you, Dr. Chowdhury. Second, I'd like to honor Han Pham, the executive director of Her Term, a group that guides and supports another underrepresented group at the Georgia politics capital, which is women. When Her Term started in 2017, Georgia ranked 48th out of 50 states in the number of women running for federal, state, and local elections. 48 out of 50. That's not good, right? And because of the work of leaders like Han, this is no longer the case. and this has transformed the face of leadership in Georgia in more ways than one. Finally, I'd like to highlight two rising AAPI stars who are named Cody Choi and Grace Chung, who are two rising third-year students at Georgia State who have received the first ever Gapaba Law Foundation's Hemanth Digamurthy Public Interest Scholarship. Their passion for public service and the law extends and ensures that we are building a deep bench of AAPI leadership that's going to extend far into the future. Again, I need to say this one more time. More important than being the first is making sure that you are not the last. So thank you again to the Georgia Asian Times for helping us all build that future together.
Representative Michelle Au, everyone. Congratulations. All right, our next honoree, Amy B. Cheng. Amy is a partner at Nelson, Mullins, Riley, and Scarborough LLP, a major law firm. She's a litigator who specializes in business and commercial, labor and employment, government and corporate internal investigations. She serves as president of the Atlanta Bar Association, the first AAPI president in the association's 135 years. Wow! She's also on the board of directors for the Georgia Lawyers for Arts, on the board of directors for the Georgia Coalition Against Domestic Violence, and as a Women's Leadership Network co-chair for the Georgia Asian Pacific American Bar Association. Give it up, everybody, for Amy B. Cheng.
Wow, with that introduction, oh my goodness, and to follow Dr. Au, I really don't know what to say, but I will say, first of all, thank you so much to the Georgia Asian Times for this great honor. I am truly humbled to stand in front of all of you and be named as one of the recipients this year, and to be alongside the other esteemed Georgia Asian Americans who are making an impact. I also want to thank the Atlanta legal community for trusting me to serve as its 116th president of the Atlanta Bar Association.
Wow, yeah.
Thank you. And in doing so, making history in our association by electing me as the first AAPI. I am always continuously inspired by our members and their commitment to the profession and serving the Atlanta and Georgia community. And I'll leave everybody with this note because I was only given 2 minutes and I'm a litigator and we rarely keep our remarks very brief. But it really wasn't so long ago that I sat in a room like this where I met one of my greatest mentors and biggest advocates. And so you just never know the impact that you're gonna have on someone sitting next to you or someone in this room. We are all better together and this evening is a testament of that. So thank you so much.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Amy B. Cheng. All right, our next honoree is Ming Cheng. Ladies and gentlemen, Ming. Ming is an accomplished and successful entrepreneur in the Atlanta food wholesale industry. He's the proud founder of Ming's Foods Incorporated, established in 1999. It is one of the most successful supplier of restaurant wholesale goods in Metro Atlanta. He's also an active philanthropist in the AAPI community. He supports various Chinese community organizations, president of the Georgia Atlanta Restaurant Association, consulate for Chinese American Cultural Performing Group, board member of the Chinese Community of Chinese Business Association of Atlanta, and my new best friend. Give it up, everybody, for Ming Cheng.
Thank you. Good evening. Okay, it's my honor to be here tonight to have this award. And thanks to the Georgia Asian Times and Mr. Central Law to give me this opportunity. And thank you, believing me, and thank you very much.
Ming Cheng, everybody. Congratulations, sir.
Our next honoree is Sharon Lim Harl, Assistant Vice President, Office Alumni Services and University Special Events at Mercer University. Sharon Sharon is passionate in assisting international students and has served as a student ambassador for Mercer University and was the recipient of several outstanding student awards, including the James Bagot Award for Community Service and Academic Excellence. She also served as a board member of the inaugural organizing committee for the Atlanta Asian Film Festival. Sharon is an active member of Second Ponce de Leon Baptist Church in Buckhead for 35 years, serving as a member in the Sanctuary Choir as well as various community capacities.
Yeah, Sharon, congratulations.
Thank you, nominating committee, and thank you, Georgia Asian Times, for this very, very special time. At my table, the Stetson School of Business at Mercer University's dean is here. Thank you for your support. My personal friend and boss, Todd Smith, is here, and people I admire most. Most of all, my husband and daughter, thank you for your support. Thank you for letting me do what I do. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Congratulations. Thank you so very much. Our next great honoree is none other than Victoria Nguyen. Victoria, oh my. She's a community organizer, has more than 18 years of experience working within international immigrant and refugee communities in the state. She was Senior Vice President, Chief Officer of External Affairs at CPAC. She experiences in her limited English proficiency, Vietnamese refugee households, and she does all kinds of great stuff, man. I mean, she served on the National Regional Health Equity Council. She recently ended a 3-year appointment with the U.S. District Court for Northern Georgia, but check this out. She is a federal appointee, meets with President Biden every day with the President's Advisory Commission on Asian Americans, as well as a mother of a beautiful little girl. Give it up for Victoria Nguyen. Oh my, Victoria. Yes.
Thank you so much, Georgia Asian Times, Mr. Lee Wong, for this recognition, and congratulations to many of the honorees and the past honorees. You know, I stand for you as a child of Vietnamese refugee parents, and so as they came to the United States with dreams, I am kind of that. I am the result of all of their hard work and all of their dedication as new Americans here in the United States. And without them, without all of the work of our ancestors, I wouldn't be where I am. And so I just wanted to thank my family, as well as my husband and my daughter that you probably see running around. But I also want to take this time to really dedicate and to recognize all the incredible Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander women in our space. Many of the women who are sitting in this room doing the work day in and day out. But I wanted to list a few of them, and of course these are just a few of the many Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander women in our spaces that have been building, organizing, and moving our communities forward here in Georgia and in the Southeast. So the first is Pepitra Rizal. She is an incredible Bhutanese leader in this community that has been building space and creating more opportunities for the Bhutanese refugees in the community. And without her, I would not understand and learn how to work within the refugee community. And next is Anna Tam, and many of you may know her with Chinese Federation of Atlanta and doing the work in the Chinese community. But she's another incredible leader that I learned so much about marketing, learned so much about meeting the communities where they're at, similar to many of the work that you do in this community. And next, I would like to acknowledge Ms. Woon-hee Shin from the Asian American Voices in Education. And if you know about her, she's doing incredible work in making sure that Asian American education is in K through 12 education. So those are some of the incredible women that I get to work with day in, day out that have made and supported the work. And I hope that, you know, as we move forward, we're able to celebrate Asian American women in total and continue to do that. So thank you again, and congratulations to all the honorees.
Victoria Nguyen, everybody. Congratulations, Victoria.
Our next honoree is Joseph Xiao, President and CEO of H Restaurant Group. Joseph Xiao is the President and CEO of H Restaurant Group. He was born and raised in Atlanta, working and managing his parents' restaurants. He earned his bachelor's degree in the business management from Georgia State University. In 2010, he and his brother Matthew founded H Restaurant Group. Xiao has also worked for various companies in retail, sales, customer service, marketing, promotions, and hospitality. Xiao is involved with several nonprofit organizations and currently serves on the state board for the Technical College System of Georgia, Secretary of Georgia Restaurant Association, President of the Asian Restaurant Council, Board of Directors for the Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce, the U.S. Pan-Asian American Chamber of Commerce, Southeast, and Georgia Advocates for Crime Prevention.
Joseph, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. This is, I'm extremely honored to be up here tonight, and wanted to thank the Georgia Asian Times, Mr. Lee Wong, for the opportunity to be here. Extremely honored. Want to thank my family, my wife who's up here, and also good to see old friends, meet new ones, and just wanted to congratulate all the fellow recipients. Keep up the good work. Cheers.
Joseph, congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Keep up the great work. All right, our next honoree, ladies and gentlemen, Nabila Islam. Yeah, crowd goes crazy. Nabila Islam is a Bangladeshi American activist and was elected to represent the Georgia State Senate 7th District in the 2022 Georgia State Senate election. She became the first Muslim woman in the Georgia State Senate, the very first, and the second overall in the Georgia State Legislature. She previously ran to represent Georgia's 7th Congressional District in 2020. Due to her progressive stances, she's been described as Georgia's AOC and Atlanta's AOC. I'm talking about none other than Nabila Islam, everyone. Senator Nabila Islam. Wow. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you so much for this recognition today. My name is Nabila Islam, and I'm the state senator for this district that we're in today. So welcome to Senate District 7. Woo! I am proud to be the senator for such a diverse district, and it actually has one of the largest AAPI populations in the state of Georgia. And I'm honored to be recognized by Georgia Asian Times. Their work is prolific within the state of Georgia, and they go above and beyond to be inclusive of our diverse AAPI communities. I am the daughter of hardworking immigrants from Bangladesh who immigrated to here about 30 years ago. And they worked incredibly hard to give me a life that they've never had. I brought them with me today. That's my mom over there recording me. And I know, although I didn't become a doctor, engineer, or lawyer, I know that you guys are proud of me today. And I am proud to be a state senator and the only Asian woman in the state Senate. Representation matters, and it's important that Asian Americans have prominent voices that are heard in every sector. You cannot be what you cannot see, and it's important that our youth see us to be successful in every space, because I want them to know they belong and they can do it too. So again, thank you for recognizing me, and I'm so honored.
Senator Nabila Islam, everyone. Congratulations.
Our next honoree is Michelle Kong, community organizer, Atlanta Korean American Community Against Asian Health. Michelle has been an activist in the Korean community as a spokesperson, organizer, community activist, community event planner, and have uplifting the voices of the Korean community. She has joined many multi-ethnic and multiracial tables and have helped to advance the AANHPI voices. She helped form the Atlanta Korean American Against Asian Hate Task Force, planned the Korean concert on March 16 while also supporting March 16 and March 17 initiatives to honor those we have lost 2 years ago.
Michelle Kong, everybody.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I want to share the short story of the Korean Americans, the community in the area. I'm sitting with the Chairman Baekhyun Kim and Kukja Lee and Jongwon Lee here. So when March 16 Atlanta shooting happened, Korean Americans acted very swiftly, and we formed the Korean American Committee Against Asian Hate the next day, March 17th. And then on the next day, March 18th, we organized a national press conference to making our voice to demand the protection from the federal and state and local government and from the police department. We asked for the protection for AAPI individuals and businesses. And we had Stop Asian Hate Visual and the community seminar that why we need to have the Asian American history curriculum in K-12 in the public schools. And many, many activities went on. I really appreciate the Korean community leaders stood up and rise against Asian hate and make a first move for the socially and racially and for making the right movement from the Korean community first time. And then I'm also a community organizer and advocate. And right now I'm working to connect AAPI community and the government and the nonprofit organizations and the companies. So I want them to reach out and help them reach out to AAPI community and work with the individuals and small businesses and making a possible and positive impact on the community, especially for the small businesses. And the last one I did in this year, I put the Asian American Heritage Month celebration at the Swanee Town Center Park for the first time to showcase our Asian Americans' cultural abundance and for the general public in Gwinnett County. So many of you been invited to my events and meetings and festivals, and then I'm gonna keep what I've been doing and invite you, calling you, email you. Just don't disregard and respond me all the time and to try to make an impact on our AAPI community. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Michelle. Thank you so much. Michelle Kang. All right, we're going to stay in Korea for our next honoree, Kim Baek-kyu. Woohoo! Kim Baek-kyu. Kim has served the Metro Atlanta Koreans community with passion and vigor as a volunteer and leader. He is the chairman of the Korean Grocers Association. Under his leadership for the past 30 years, he rallied the Korean community during the March 16th spa shooting to stand united against hate crimes. It also led to a successful fundraising campaign to purchase the Atlanta Korean American Community Center in Norcross. It has the distinction of being the largest Korean American center in the world outside of Korea. Say what? Give it up for Kim Baek-kyu. Wow. In the world. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is my great honor to be here that is a World Gala. I would like to thank you, Mr. Lee Wang and Georgia Asian Times for nomination and selecting me to receive the most prestigious Asian American Pacific Island Award. As I serve the Greater Atlanta area Korean community in various capacities for over 35 years, I always felt and preserving and showcasing our precious heritage and tradition for our next generation is utmost important responsibility for our generation, and that is need to be continued. The GAT is taking a big role in encouraging and showcasing the Asian American Pacific Islanders' traditions and participating in the American society, as well as helping Asian American Pacific Islanders strive for their own success in America. Thank you again for your effort and continued support to our AAPI community and becoming a role model for all AAPI members. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Kim Baek-kyu. Thank you. Congratulations. Now, if you look at the screen, you see how it says Baek Kyu Kim. But see, us in the Korean community, sometimes we change our names around like that. And we put the Kim. Ain't that right, Lee? Thank you. That's how you explained it to me.
All right, then our next honoree is Chandri Law. Chandri Law is Chandri Law is an accomplished and successful entrepreneur in the Atlanta restaurant industry. She and her husband are proud owners of the popular Farmer's Basket restaurant, a mall-based food court restaurant chain that serves farm-to-table fresh comfort food with over 10 stores in major malls in Metro Atlanta. Chandri is an active philanthropist in the AAPI community in Metro Atlanta and Georgia. She supports and fundraises various Chinese community organizations as the president of Chinese Americans Lions Club of the Atlanta, vice presidents in Chinese Community Center, Atlanta Restaurant Association, and Kwangtung Association of Atlanta. Chandri is a board member of the Chinese Business Association of Atlanta, National Association of Chinese Americans, and the vice president of the Asian Restaurant Council. She is also the chairwoman and patron of Chinese American Cultural Performing Group.
Chandri Law, everyone. Wow, congratulations. Congratulations.
Distinguished guests, Mr. Lee Wong, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Chandri Law, president of Farmer's Basket restaurant chain, Chinese American Lions Club president. I would like to say thank you to Georgia Asian Times and the people who nominated me for this award. It is an honor again to receive this distinction award, and award more deserved by those who have supported me. Thank you to my family, my husband, Goodwin Law, my son, Alex and Dennis Law. Also, thank you for all my friends who supported me through these many years. I will continue to serve and help the community to the best of my ability. Thank you for being here. I'm humble, greatly appreciate this honor. Congratulations to all the honorees. Thank you.
Chandri Law, everyone. Oh, what a beautiful bouquet of flowers from her man, Goodwin. Not Goodwin, Goodman Law. Good man. Look, you see how he did that? And he do it every time. I'm telling you, Congratulations. Give it up again for Chandri and Goodwin. Now, very special moment, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I would like to invite His Excellency, the Ambassador Sisabath Impachan. Sisabath Impachan, who is the ambassador of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. Would you please come to the stage to present the next award? Give him a big round of applause. Sisabath Impachan, the ambassador. And the award is for Dao Meilatong. She's the founding director of Advancing Asian Americans. This lady has a proven record of building relationships with various members of various AAPI communities and legislative bodies across America. She's been an active community volunteer, serving the diverse Asian American communities in Metro Atlanta for the past 2 decades. She's a former president of the Asian Real Estate Association of Atlanta. She's got her own real estate brokerage firm. She's got over 23 agents all out there selling houses, making the American dreams come true for countless families. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, she's with us. I want you to give a big round of applause. Dao Meilatong! Come on down here. Come on down. Wow. Congratulations. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Vince.
Yes.
Okay. So, but I'll try not to. The last time I have received the awards from Georgia Asian Times was 2014. And to my surprise, this is my 5th time, Lee. You have to cut it out, okay? So, but I was a little bit nervous up to this point. So my two daughters, one of them sent me a text, and if you please bear with me, I would like to share this text because I was so nervous, and this is supposed to be my arena, but here it goes. She said, before you speak, take a long, deep breath and raise your hand to the sky. Remember where you came from and how far you've made it. To be standing on your feet today, from the little immigrant girl from Laos to the young woman in the street of New York City, to a hardworking single mom, to the accomplished woman you are. That little girl from Laos would be so proud to imagine you're living the best life. Your light shines in your short 2 minutes. So let me share my 2 minutes, Vince. Thank you. So, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, Sabaidi. Good evening to all. First and foremost, I would like to thank Mr. Lee Wong with Georgia Asian Times for this esteemed award. And on behalf of the Lao community here in Georgia, you ladies there, it is both my honor and my privilege to extend the warm welcome to the Ambassador C. Savat in Pajan.
Yes.
Thank you for your presence, and thank you for your traveling here from Washington, D.C. We are greatly appreciated. Also, I would like to recognize the person who had inspired me to get more involved in the political arena, which is my sister governor, Supa Saipasit Mays, sitting over there. She's here to support us and to support Georgia Asian Times. Yes, she ran for the governor of Arkansas back in 2022, and she is going to be running. So she's claiming governor, right? Receiving this award in recognition of my work with Advancing Asian American Political Committee, Action Committee, it is truly an honor. I extend my deepest appreciation to my co-founder, Mr. Jimmy Keo Kong Si and Ms. Amy, as well as my gratitude to our advisor, Trevor Yee. Our PAC, our committee, is a bipartisan, aims to empower qualified Asian American candidates at local and national levels by providing them with resources to succeed in political office. We strive to cultivate relationships with elected officials who will champion the interests and needs of the AAPI community. Reflecting on my own journey, I recall my mother, a widow with 12 children, who bravely escaped her homeland without knowing what the future held for us. Despite the challenges she faced, my mother ensured we had food to eat and, most importantly, access to education. She's instilled in us the belief that life is not solely about money, but about how we can use to share the resources to bring happiness to others. My mother is my hero. In conclusion, I would like to thank all my family and friends who have gathered here today to support me. And lastly, I would like to congratulate all the honorees. It is truly an honor to be recognized among such exceptional individuals. And I would also like to acknowledge two of the honorees that are not here today due to family emergency. They were supposed to be receiving the awards as well, Ms. Bunnate Jamani-Wong and Mr. Dalon Jamani-Wong. So thank you, good evening. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you. Give it up for Dow, everyone. Come on. Stay up. Laos is in the house. Make some noise. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at?
Ladies and gentlemen,
So good.
our next honoree is Maggie Mears.
Hey, Maggie, yeah.
Maggie has demonstrated leadership in the AAPI community for the past 30 years. Maggie serves as president of National Association of Chinese Americans. She is also a recent graduate of the Leadership Atlanta 2020 and 2021 class. Her commitment and leadership
paves the way
for over 65,000 surgical masks to be donated to the local hospitals, nursing homes, and police stations during the COVID pandemic. Under her leadership, NACA donated generously to scholarship programs at GSU, nursing programs, and Georgia Tech's programs.
Give it up for Maggie, everyone. Maggie, congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be here at the boards. Thanks to Lee Wong and Georgia Asian Time for this recognition. And also, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my family and my friends who support me and inspire me on this journey. Especially to my other half, Abby, could not be here where I'm today without you. Unconditional love and the support, and thank you for always being there for me. Let us continue to lead with the passion and purpose and integrity. Let us build bridges, turn down the barrier. Let us inspire and empower others to be above their circumstance. Together, we can create a better, a safer place where people can thrive and succeed regardless of their circumstance. Thanks again for Georgia Asian Time for this incredible honor, and thank you all for being here to support and celebrate with us. Let our collective efforts continue to bring positive change in our community. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Maggie. Thank you so much. Our next honoree, ladies and gentlemen, Farouk Mughal. Farouk founded his own governmental affairs firm in 2008, MS Global Partners, which specialized in government and business advisors. This practice has grown to a premier bipartisan public policy firm. His core services provides government entities and minority business owners, Asian Americans, Black, Latino, veteran, women-owned enterprises. He gives them strategic advice for their economic development, business expansion, and more. He's an immigrant from Pakistan, landed in Gwinnett County in '95, and then won the Georgia House Representative 105 in November 2022. My wife works in the same office with his wife, so I want you to give him a big round of applause. Give it up for Farouk, everybody.
Thank you, and she probably doesn't know if I'm here, so don't let her know that in the morning. Lee, thank you for your leadership, what you have done in this state. I'm speechless because I actually don't have a written speech. But 10 years ago, I was honored to be here on this stage receiving the award. So it was great when I was only 20. One thing is, life is full circle. And I want to credit everything that I've done to my alma mater, Mercer University. And so it's really, life is so amazing that Sharon Lim Harl actually hosted me as an international student when I graduated from Mercer. And I was coming from Macon, Georgia, to Atlanta. And a journey from there to being a state representative, having a voice, is just an amazing feeling, the difference that you can make. So never give up on your dreams. And I always believe in, there are people out there who are leaders that, we always admire. We have a Justice McMillan, look up to you, that what you have done. Our first state representative, BJ Pak, who was a great leader. It was only 1 or 2 AAPI, and now we have 11 caucus. One thing that I do wanted to read something which is very important for all of us. is that, I believe wherever you start in life, all of us as Americans and immigrants, you deserve, an equal opportunity to succeed in quality of life, school, business opportunities, healthcare, fairness in employment, and a chance to create a quality of life for you and your family. And that's exactly our caucus are doing at the state capitol, is fighting for you, and you make us influential. It's not just because we're getting an award. So thank you so much. And anything that our caucus can do, the AAPI caucus, we're at the Capitol for you. Thank you so much.
Give it up again, State Representative Farouk Mughal. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Our next honoree is Amy Tepp. Amy Tepp is a...
Woo, Amy!
Amy Tepp is a successful entrepreneur and top producing real estate agent. Amy is widely known for her dedication and commitment to serving the Vietnamese and the AAPI community in Georgia. She and her business partner, Kim La, founded the La Tepp Team, a real estate company focused on serving the Vietnamese community. Recognizing the lack of quality service and education within the Vietnamese community, Amy and Kim started creating information videos to help educate home ownership in their community. Their passion and hard work quickly paid off, and Amy was recently showcased in HGTV's House Hunting Show and being the first American agent in Georgia to be profiled in the popular show.
What? Amy Tepp, everybody. La Tepp Real Estate.
Did my 2 minutes start?
Time's up, Amy. Great job. All right. No, go ahead, Amy. This is your moment to shine.
Thank you, Mr. Lee Wong and the entire staff of Georgia Asian Times for this honor. When it was announced, I was very shocked because I'm just thinking, I'm just this little Amy Tepp doing my thing in real estate, and I never thought this was possible. So I'd like to thank my family that are here and my friends and my entire team. Probably the loudest one in the back, that's them.
Yeah.
This honor is truly beyond my imaginations. Coming to America as a child, I faced what many of us face as well, with bullying for being Asian, for looking the way we look and being different. So many of my friends and family and my siblings, they wanted to change who they were. They wanted to act more Americans to fit in. And I was the opposite. I never wanted to fit in. I wanted to showcase being Asians, being AAPI, being Vietnamese was special. So I always wanted to go out there and make a point of acknowledgement that it's okay to be you, it's okay to be Asian, and I was always very, very proud of who I am and where I came from. And that bringing the awareness can help reduce any division between the communities. And it became my dream to solely serve my AAPI and Vietnamese community. And I would like to make a little special announcement to preserve our culture, not just our work in real estate. My business partner, Kim, right over there, shout out to Kim La, and I told you they were loud. And Kim and I are thrilled to announce the grand opening of Our Corner on August 1st, the first ever Asian-themed selfie museum in Duluth, where you will step into the vibrant atmosphere of the 1990s of Saigon, Vietnam.
Wow, yeah, hey, yeah.
We will have photo booth, content creating rooms, and amazing experience. And Kim and I have been working very hard, and the entire team over there, the loud people, they were loud over there too, by the way, but they were always there to help us. And please follow us on Instagram at AOCornerATL for updates and joining us to preserving and celebrating our rich cultures through art and creativity. Congratulations to all my fellow honorees today who've made
remarkable contributions, and some of them are my friends, Dal, I love you, to our society. Together, let us inspire, uplift, and create more inclusive future for all. Thank you.
Yeah, give it up, everybody, for Amy Tapp. Congratulations, Amy. Watch your step. Man, what's the name of that club again? That's gonna be tight. What's the name of the club? AO Corner. Man, I'm gonna be all up in there. Having a good time, like back in Saigon, like back in the day. That sounds hot. All right, our next honoree, Josephine Carino Turner. Josephine, a community leader in Atlanta. She's held responsible positions in different Filipino organizations, such as GFI, PhilAm of Greater Atlanta, and the Philippine American Chambers of Commerce of Georgia. They call her Arjo. She's instrumental in driving the Filipino community engaged in local Georgia civic engagement and cultural events like the MLK Global Expo, the Cobb County International Festival, and Dogwood Festivals. She is the outreach director in the Galen Foundations and has been coordinating programs and projects for schools since 2007, impacting positively over 500 pupils and students in the Philippines. Give it up once again, ladies and gentlemen, Josephine Carino Turner. Woo!
I prepared my speech because I wanted to follow instructions. It will be a rapid fire chat. I would like to express my gratitude to Ms. Jane Rowland, the president of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Georgia, and my fellow board member at the Galing Foundation, for nominating me to this year's GAT 25 Most Influential Asian American Pacific Islanders in Georgia. I'm honored to represent as well the Filipino American community and hold great respect, especially for our Filipino Honorary Consulate General Ray Donato, who inspires and empowers the Filipino Americans to make a meaningful impact. Through civic engagement, we aim to share Filipino culture, values, and uplift our home country, the Philippines. I wanted to acknowledge my involvement with the Galing Foundation for over 15 years right now, and the director since 2007. This foundation is committed in providing educational and community services to local Americans, and also especially in the Philippines, where we are trying to help establish public libraries, especially in schools that are very, very much in remote places. The commonality is that so many of these students were bullied, but then, they have to also move on and let go, leave the bullies alone, enjoy their life, move on and achieve their dreams, and come back and serve their communities. I extend my gratitude to the PhilAm community leaders who have been my role models, showcasing wisdom, decency, transparency, and leadership. I would like to honor the 4 table sponsors for tonight's engagement, a community leader who envisions a brighter future despite the challenges, and a retired public servant who values holding leaders accountable, a dedicated nurse who unselfishly dedicated herself for caring for others, and my online project management mentee who advocates nourishing our souls with possibility. Although they could not make it tonight, I wanted to acknowledge those wonderful people at table number 15. Please stand up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting GAT. Lastly, I wanted to express appreciation to my immediate family, to my husband Bernard, my 2 kids Emmanuel and Hannah, family members here in the US, in the Philippines, and all over the world, for their unwavering support and in my volunteer work. It takes time, it takes resources when you are a volunteer. I am grateful to our Pastor Woodrow Walker of Cross Culture Church for instilling in me the passion to serve others. I humbly accept this GAT award, understanding it acknowledges my dedication and positive contributions to the community. As a social justice advocate, and as what I've heard from other honorees of tonight, I am also committed to joining the AAPI community in the fight against hate, bullying, stereotypes faced by the Asian Americans. This also means speaking up against bullies within our own AAPI community and network, and we have to practice what we preach. So maraming salamat po. Bong salamat. Thank you, Georgia Asian Times.
Yeah. Give it up, Josephine Carino Turner. Thank you so very much. Wow. Thank you. It's a beautiful, look at her cultural, her outfit is beautiful. Thank you so much again. Watch her as she walks by. Listen as she walks by. You hear that? That's the sound right there, boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next honoree is Long Tran. Long Tran.
Long Tran? What?
Long Tran is the son of Vietnamese refugees and a small business owner of Peachy Corners Cafes. He has worked with Asian American small businesses throughout the pandemic to help them get PPE loans, unemployment money, and more. Prior to running for office, Long has been down to the Capitol to advocate for immigrant rights, as well as to speak about the Vietnamese experiences.
Give it up for Long Tran, Georgia Representative, House District 80.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Lee Wong and the staff of Georgia Asian Times for this incredible honor. I want to take a quick second to recognize the three most influential people in my life. The first is my mother, Kim Schwa, back there. The second is my aunt, Becca Ho. I also consider her a mother. And then, of course, the most influential figure is my beautiful wife, Susie, over there. And Dad, if you're watching today, of course, you're a huge influence in my life as well. So, as a founding member of the Asian American Pacific Islander Caucus in the State House, I want to talk briefly about a law that we stopped this year. Throughout history, we have seen when we name a nation in a law, it's a horrible law. The Chinese Exclusion Act, the Japanese internment camps. And this year we had the Chinese ban on land ownership. And without 11 members in the caucus, we couldn't have stopped it. I'm sure they will bring it back, but we are ready for that fight.
Yeah.
I am so incredibly honored to be with all of the Asian American leaders that are not only recognized among the 25, but are Asian American leaders within your community. And I want to talk about when I was growing up, we were told as Asian Americans, keep your head down, stay quiet, do not get involved. The Rodney King riots in LA, ignore it. When Vincent Chin got shot and murdered in Detroit, ignore it. But over the last 15 years here in Georgia, when hate rose up against the Black community, we stood with them. We gave our voice when hate started targeting the Jewish community. We gave our voice to the LGBTQ community when they were targeted. And then March 16th, as you've all heard, 2001, hate targeted 6 AAPI women and took their lives from us. And all those communities that we stood up with, they shouldered us as we found our voice to fight back against hate. And that is how we defeat hate, loving each other as a community. That is how we bring justice to the victims of hate, is by bringing love to all of our communities. So thank you again, Lee Wong, for this incredible honor, and thank you everyone for being here.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Representative Long Tran. Thank you. Our next honoree, JT Wu. JT. Jonathan J.T. Wu, accomplished public and private sector executive, deep passion for high-impact educational policy that supports the next generation. He is the chairman of the Gwinnett County Public Library Board of Trustees, which oversees the largest circulating library system in the state. He's the first Asian American to hold that role. He got a $25 million budget, 250-plus employees, seen a 10-time return on investment for his funds, delivered over $258 million in workforce development. This man is bad. Give it up for JT Wu, everybody. JT. Congratulations, sir.
All right, we're almost there. Thank you, guys. 1 second. But yeah, thank you guys. Good evening, and thank you all so much. It's great to see so many familiar faces and friends in this room. You know, as a Gwinnett native, a first-generation American who was raised right here in town. It's such an incredible honor to be standing here with y'all and really to even be mentioned in the same breath as so many of the other incredible leaders and pillars of our community that are standing in this room. So thank y'all. Like they said, my name is JT Wu, and I'm the founder and executive director of Preface, a national early childhood literacy nonprofit that's headquartered right here in Gwinnett County, but that is serving communities all across America and fostering equality through education and early childhood literacy, often with a multilingual twist. You know, with 2/3 of our students today still not reading English proficiently by the 3rd grade, our award-winning and proudly Georgia-grown literacy model aims to provide local solutions for local needs, empowering diverse and service-oriented student leaders to meet kids where they are, you know, coming alongside our great teachers and host peer-to-peer reading sessions during the school day for local elementary school students who need it most. We were founded in 2019, and we're operating on an entirely pro bono basis. And since then, we've seen young ones go from functionally illiterate to reading at or above grade level in as little as 10 weeks, thanks to the power of student service. Thank you. Thank you. And we've done it all through a pandemic with the support of the great folks in this room in 14 states and growing across America, and at absolutely no cost to our schools. So I'm also proud to be the son of Malaysian Chinese and Filipino Chinese immigrants who themselves came to this country with an enduring belief in the power of a good education and in the promise of the American dream. And so I'm doubly honored to serve as the chairman of the Gwinnett County Public Library System, which is the largest, thank you, the largest circulating system in Georgia. We got library fans here, it's great. We serve over 1 million Gwinnetians right here in one of the fastest growing and most diverse counties in the nation. And I'm also proud to be the first ever Asian American to serve in that role. Thank you. So I'm wrapping up, if you're sensing a theme here, it's that my team and I are all firm believers in educational access and opportunity, and that they are the foundations of the American dream. And that every child, no matter where they live or what language they speak, deserves the chance to live up to their own God-given potential. Because ultimately, our children are our future. You know, 한국어로 우리 아이들은 우리의 미래입니다. 일본어대와子供たちは未来です。最后说中文，咱们的小孩就是咱们的未来. Our children are our future. And with your help and with God's grace, my team and I are so excited to keep fighting alongside y'all for the next generation. So here's all the thank yous. Thank you so much for all that each of y'all do. Thanks be to God. Thank you to my incredible family, mentors, and friends for y'all's support. To the Georgia Asian Times, to Lee Wong, of course, for your leadership in our community, and to our incredible sponsors. God bless y'all, and may God continue to bless our great state of Georgia. Thank you.
JT, woo! JT! Way to go, JT. All right, listen, we're down to our final honoree. So I want to let you know, after this, want all the honorees bring your award with you. We're going to have a big group photo. And then after the group photo, we got a DJ out there who's going to do the electric slide, the wobble, and everything. We're going to dance until they put us out. All right, final honoree.
All right, our last honoree for tonight is Chizo. Chizo has made significant contributions to Atlanta AAPI community through her leadership and service on the board of the National Association of Asian American Professionals and role as Senior Vice President, Artificial Intelligence Innovation Leader at Truist Bank.
Wow, everybody.
Thank you so much. Sorry. First of all, before I give my speech, I want to thank my mother for picking out this qipao, this Chinese traditional dress for me.
Beautiful. Give it up for it. Come on.
And as I stand before you as the last honoree of the night, I'm constantly reminded with the last name that starts with Z, it really requires patience. And it's the same patience that have really paved my way from arriving on the American soil 15 years ago as a small town girl from China, now sharing the stage with the rest of the honorees and many, past honorees that's in the audience today. It's really been a journey, especially now as a naturalized U.S. citizen last year. Thank you. And I am really living my parents' American dream. They taught me to be kind and always pay it forward. Little did they know that I'm actually prolonging this 3-4-hour-long dinner many years later. And last year, becoming a mother to a beautiful baby daughter, a Chinese-American girl, really tops all of my accomplishments. Having mentored hundreds of individuals throughout their life, career, education, I now see these experiences completely differently. These moments are preparing me for this journey of raising a daughter in a world full of possibilities. And then there's my husband, Craig, who's taking pictures right now. He has absolutely lived up to our wedding vows to honor, to care, to make me laugh and let me cry. And he's been my biggest supporter and ever-willing Instagram husband.
No.
I honor the trailblazer who paved the way for a Chinese woman who looked like me with an accent to thrive in a homogenous, male-dominant environment that hasn't been as kind and welcoming. And I really appreciate all the mentors, friends, and the family I gathered along the way. Thank you for seeing the potential in me before I see it myself. And this award really is not a destination, but a remarkable milestone. And to my very special daughter, Olivia, whose journey is just beginning. Always dream boldly, act kindly, and always remember where you come from. Our roots keep us grounded as our aspirations lift us high. And thank you all so much. Let's toast to the future, promise, progress, and fewer words.
Auntie Zoe, everybody. Hey, congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give all of our honorees another big round of applause, everybody. Big round of applause, Mr. Lee Wong, publisher of Georgia Asian Times, bringing us again another successful 25 most influential. Thank you, Rebecca. What a beautiful night again to work with you again. Wasn't this fun?
Fun, great.
Great fun, great to see everybody. All honorees, please pick up your honoree, your award. Come up on the stage for the big group picture. The photographer is getting ready, and then we're gonna have a drop it like it's hot contest right outside the doors in just a few moments. So enjoy yourselves. God bless everybody, and good night.